Welcome to the UGC NET MCQ Series. Question: which of the following ministry/ayog is associated with Good Governance Index? 1. Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions. 2. Ministry of Rural Development. 3. Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. 4. Niti Aayog. You have 5 seconds to guess the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is option 1. Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions. Explanation: the Good Governance Index (GGI) is a comprehensive tool that assesses the status of governance and the impact of various interventions taken up by state governments and union territories. This critical index is associated with and published by the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions. Question: which of the following commissions or committees recommended for the establishment of the Lokpal and Lokayukta for first time? 1. First Administrative Reforms Commission. 2. Santhanam Committee. 3. A.D. Gorwala Committee. 4. Fist Pay Commission. You have 5 seconds to guess the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is option 1. First Administrative Reforms Commission. Explanation: while the Lokpal and Lokayuktas Act finally came into force in 2014, the actual idea was born much earlier. The creation of a Lokpal at the center and a Lokayukta at the state level was first recommended by the First Administrative Reforms Commission (ARC) way back in the year 1966. Following this major recommendation, the very first Lokpal bill was introduced in Parliament in 1968. Question: in which year did the amendment to the Constitution extend the Panchayati Raj provisions to the scheduled areas? 1. 1992. 2. 1995. 3. 1996. 4. 1997. You have 5 seconds to guess the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is option 3, 1996. Explanation: when the famous 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act was passed, it specifically excluded Adivasi and scheduled areas from its purview. However, Parliament was left with the option to extend these provisions later. Following the recommendations of the Buria Committee constituted in 1994, the government enacted the Panchayats Extension to the Scheduled Areas Act, widely known as the PESA Act, in the year 1996. This landmark act came into effect on 24 December 1996, enabling tribal societies to effectively take control of their traditional rights over natural resources and local governance. Question: who among the following contributed to the framing of National Rural Employment Guarantee Act? 1. Jean Reyes. 2. Aruna Roy. 3. Medha Patkar. 4. Baba Amte. You have 5 seconds to guess the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is option 1, Jean Reyes. Explanation: Jean Reyes is a prominent Indian-Belgian economist and social activist who is widely known for his extensive work on poverty, hunger, and social inequality in India. He has made highly significant contributions to both the design and the implementation of various social welfare programs in the country, with his most notable contribution being the conceptual framing of the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act (NREGA), now known as MGNREGA. Question: which one of the following is not a principle among the originally framed 6 principles of Citizens Charter Movement? 1. Choice. 2. Value. 3. Accountability. 4. Quantity. You have 5 seconds to guess the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is option 4, quantity. Explanation: the Citizens Charter is a powerful concept aimed at making public services more efficient, transparent, and accountable to the very citizens they serve. It is a people-driven initiative. The movement is traditionally based on 6 core principles. These are access, quality, choice, redress, accountability, participation. As you can see, quantity is completely absent from this list, making it the correct answer. The focus is on the quality of the service provided, not merely the volume. Question: which of the following websites is a comprehensive website of Citizen Charters of Government of India? 1. www.goecharters.nic.in. 2. www.goindiacharters.nic.in. 3. www.goecharters.nic.in. 4. www.echartersind.nic.in. You have 5 seconds to guess the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is option 3, www.goecharters.nic.in. Explanation: the Government of India has a dedicated, comprehensive portal for citizens' charters. On 31st May 2002, the website www.goecharters.nic.in was officially developed and launched. This crucial initiative was spearheaded by the Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances (DARPG) to ensure transparency and accessibility for citizens. Question: place the following legislative acts in chronological orders. A. Right to Information Act. B. Consumer Protection Amendment Act. C. Right to Education Act. D. Lokpal and Lokayukta Act. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. 1. B, A, D, C. 2. A, C, D, B. 3. A, B, C, D. 4. C, A, D, B. You have 5 seconds to guess the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is option 2, A, C, D, B. Explanation: let's map out the exact timeline of these landmark legislative acts based on their years of enactment. Right to Information Act A, 2005. This was introduced following the recommendations of the Second Administrative Reforms Commission. Right to Education Act C, 2009. This crucial act enforces the importance of free and compulsory education for children between 6 to 14 years under Article 21A of the Constitution. Lokpal and Lokayukta Act D, 2013. This established the anti-corruption institution at the center and state levels. Consumer Protection Amendment Act B, 2019. Brought into effect on August 9, 2019, this amendment modernized the original 1986 Act, recognizing mediation as an alternative dispute resolution mechanism. Question: which of the following laws rules are restricting the disclosure of official information to the people? A. Official Secrets Act 1923. B. Commission of Inquiry Act 1952. C. Indian Evidence Act 1872. D. Fifth Pay Commission. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. 1. A, B, C, D only. 2. A, B and C only. 3. B, C and D only. 4. A, B and D only. You have 5 seconds to guess the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is option 2. A, B and C only. Explanation. In India, while the RTI Act promotes transparency, there are various older laws and rules that restrict the disclosure of official information, often favoring secrecy in administration. The primary laws that restrict this information include the Colonial Era Official Secrets Act of 1923, the Indian Evidence Act of 1872, and the Commission of Inquiry Act of 1952. Other rules include various civil services and railway services conduct rules from the 1950s. The Fifth Pay Commission, option D, is entirely unrelated to information disclosure. It was a committee set up to review and recommend changes to the salary structure of government employees. Question. The concept of accountability has got the following characteristics. A. Accountability exists in a relationship when, for the performance of functions, an individual or a body is subject to another oversight, direction, or request that the individual or the body should provide justification for their actions. B. There are various types of accountabilities like legal accountability, social accountability, political accountability, and so on. C. Accountability can be found only in the institutions and processes of the developed countries. D. The effectiveness of public officials cannot be evaluated through the process of accountability. Choose the correct answer. 1. A, B and C only. 2. A, C and D only. 3. B and C only. 4. A and B only. You have 5 seconds to guess the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is option 4. A and B only. Explanation. Let's break down why statements A and B are correct and the others are false. Statement A is true. This perfectly defines the essence of accountability. It's a relationship where individuals or bodies are held responsible for their actions and must justify them to an oversight authority. Statement B is true. Accountability is multidimensional. It operates in diverse contexts, taking forms like legal, social, and political accountability. Statement C is false. Accountability is a fundamental principle applicable in various contexts globally. It exists in both developed and developing nations, not only in developed countries. Statement D is false. Accountability is actually crucial for evaluating the effectiveness of public officials. Holding them accountable is exactly how we assess their performance and ensure good governance. Question. Which of the following statements are correct regarding accountability and control over administration? A. Administrative accountability may refer to the legal and hierarchical locus of responsibility. B. Administrative responsibility has ethical and normative connotations. C. Administrative responsibility implies that the public officials will adhere to the explicit and implicit values of proper administration and policy. Choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. 1. A and C only. 2. B and C only. 3. A and B only. 4. A, B and C only. You have 5 seconds to guess the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is option 4. A, B and C only. Explanation. All three of these statements are absolutely correct. It is vital to understand the distinction between these terms in public administration. Administrative accountability. This is the strict formal obligation of public officials to answer for their actions. It is tied to the legal chain of command and the hierarchical locus of responsibility. Administrative responsibility, B and C. This concept goes far beyond mere legal obligations. It carries strong ethical and normative connotations. It implies a sense of duty, ensuring that officials adhere not just to explicit rules but also to the implicit moral values of proper administration and policy implementation. Thank you for watching. Follow and share for more UGC NET MCQs.